The IRS and Treasury Department are predicting a loss of more than $500 billion in tax revenue compared to 2024. Now, this is according to the Washington Post, and the paper reports there could be a 10% loss in taxpayer revenue, quote, directly tied to changing taxpayer behavior and President Donald Trump's rapid demolition of parts of the IRS, end quote. They report that this is due in part to some trying to skip paying what they owe, according to three people with knowledge of tax projections. CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro is in our D.C. bureau. So, Aaron, what would such a loss of revenue mean for the Trump administration, which is saying they're trying to save taxpayers' money?
Yeah, Lindsay, good to be with you. From what I've heard in recent weeks from talking to IRS workers, this was a big concern what this report entailed, especially when it comes to cuts at the enforcement wing of the agency. Workers flagged to me that audits of wealthier individuals or larger corporations could be paused because of these cuts. And it's those other agents of this higher scale who require more training, whose eliminations of their positions could really result in this loss. Also, as you mentioned, when people hear that there are cuts, when people hear there are cuts to the enforcement wing, that could persuade them to try and, hold out this tax season. Overall, I've heard from these workers that they were expecting a revenue negative impact, this loss, to be spread out across the next couple of years. And this report caught some of them by surprise. But when it comes to the Trump administration, this could raise the deficit and also hamper their attempts to build a budget, which they have said they're looking to put the plan out in the next couple of months.
The Trump administration is also taking its first step to cut staffing at the Federal Emergency Management Agency. We know it as FEMA. What does this entail? And by the way, hurricane season set to begin June 1st.
Yeah, that's right. It's coming up. Already 200 probationary workers at FEMA have been cut. And last Friday, news broke of a hiring freeze at the agency, as well as that many at FEMA will have to ask the Department of Homeland Security for approval on extensions of their contracts. This particularly impacts, quote, on-call response members of FEMA and reservists who make up most of the agency's workforce. These are employees responding to hurricanes, wildfires, other emergencies, helping connect people on the ground to the resources they need. Employees have told CBS News that some have already began to take their leave and look for other jobs ahead of more potential cuts. Staffers have also told CBS News that states, quote, better get ready as the federal government looks to put more responsibility on the states when it comes to disaster relief.
Aaron Navarro, thank you.